I always look for ideas to get protein from real food sources and at the same time satisfying my sweet tooth, but not including any protein powders. Not an easy task, I'll tell you, especially that I want that protein be also low in calories. And most days throughout the week, I want the foods to be full of nutrients and wholesome ingredients. These muffins fit all the criteria. They are low in calories, insanely high in protein, nutritious and delicious. I'm absolutely stoked to share them with you. The secret to these muffins when it comes to protein comes from PB2, peanut butter, powdered peanut butter. Instead of flour, I am using oats, old-fashioned oats. And I'm gonna grind them myself in a NutriBullet. But feel free to use any other food processors you have available. Make sure you grind it to a fine flour. I'm gonna use 2 large eggs, non-fat Greek yogurt for the extra protein, buttermilk. Buttermilk adds a lot of moisture to the butter and also will thin it out. I'm gonna use some monkfruit sweetener. Feel free to use sugar if you like or any other sweetener of your choice. Syrup. I am using here sugar-free pancake syrup like Mrs. Butterworth and skinny syrup. I mix them 50-50. Vanilla extract, baking powder, baking soda, salt. And because I'm going to place strawberries inside the muffins, I'm gonna use some strawberries, either fresh or frozen, fine, and additional amount of monk fruit sweetener to create that preserve that goes in the muffin. So let's start with the strawberry preserves first. Cut them in smaller pieces. Put the strawberries in a small pot, add sweetener and cook until the sauce gets very thick. And this is a good consistency. Set it aside and prepare the batter. So let's start with dry ingredients first. I have here the previously grinded oats, PB2, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. Mix. Now separate bowl, wet ingredients, 2 eggs, monk fruit sweetener, add yogurt, syrup and vanilla and mix it very well. Add dry ingredients to wet ingredients and mix until combined. Make sure you don't overmix the batter. Now add buttermilk a little bit at a time. I chose to do this way to make sure I do not add too much liquid. I am adding just enough to thin the batter out and not to make it too runny. Here, use your best judgment. With time, when you make this recipe over and over again, you realize maybe you want a little bit more moist muffins, or maybe you like them a little bit more dense. And you're gonna basically regulate that density of the muffin, the moisture, by adding more or less buttermilk. So use your best judgment and see how it works. Divide the batter into 10 or 12 muffins. This time it came out 10, but other times I actually was able to make 12. Add strawberries in the middle of each muffin by creating a little well. Alternatively, you can actually add a whole strawberry. If you don't want to use extra time to make that preserves, you can literally put a strawberry right in the middle. Much easier, but not as sweet. Off they go to a preheated oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and they will bake for 25 to 30 minutes. In case you don't devour all the muffins in one sitting, you can go ahead and store them. They store very well, and it's a great idea for food prep for the whole week. Since they are so low in calories, so high in protein, this is a perfect snack you can enjoy every single day. So I like to put them in the fridge or a freezer, depending how long I'm gonna keep them for. If it's for a week, they're gonna store very well in a fridge, so you don't have to freeze them at all. I put them in the glass container with a airtight lid and put them in the fridge. Or if you want to save space in your refrigerator, you can go ahead and use like a plastic bag, like Ziploc. Works both ways great. Also, once you get them out of the fridge, put them in the microwave for 15 seconds to 30 seconds, and they're gonna come out fresh and hot. Also, for those of you who just don't like sweeteners, you can use sugar. If you don't like sugar as well, you can use sweeteners, more natural sweeteners like honey, maple syrup, or any other sweetener that you can think of. This type of dough, it's extremely forgivable, I've noticed, and I think it's gonna come out right, whichever sweetener you choose. And it's time for taste tests. I cannot wait. They smell and look amazing, absolutely amazing. And the good thing about them is 137 calories if you only come up with 10. I mean, if you make them a tiny smaller, you can have 12, so up to you how you're gonna divide it. But with that, they have 10 grams of protein. That's a lot. Let's just taste it if they're as good as they look. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, the texture is absolutely amazing. So good. Tastes like a peanut butter cake. I actually never had a peanut butter cake, but it's good. It's really good. I guarantee you, if I feed them to you and don't tell you what it is, you're gonna have no idea. It's just a cake.
or a muffin. I mean, muffin is a cake after all. Well, I hope you enjoy it. I hope that if you make them, you absolutely gonna share with me how it came out for you. And I have tons of more muffin recipes that you absolutely have to check out next. I'm gonna link them below. And I will see you on the next one.